Hey guys, Brian here for Bender Wins. Hope everyone's doing well today. Today guys, I am here to talk to you about the MLB season and why I think this year unders are going to be king. So if you guys remember last season was all about the overs. Last season was one of the rare years where overs really took off. We saw a lot more home runs, a ton more home runs than we saw in previous years. And the overs last year actually had a very good year. This year, I think it's going to be different for a couple reasons. Right off the bat, guys, Vegas compensates, okay? So generally speaking, the public likes to bet overs in baseball games. Well, they like to bet over in any sport, but they really like to bet their overs in baseball. And that being said, guys, I think Vegas will compensate. Now, as a plain and simple strategy, I'm going to shy away from taking the unders in the National League off the bat, just until I see how the effect of the DH rule really affects the totals. Because again, Vegas will compensate, but I'm not 100% convinced that they are going to compensate right off the bat in the National League. So having a DH definitely adds runs to the game. Not having your pitcher bat makes a huge difference overall. But why I think it could be an absolute game changer in the American League is the setup of this year, how this year is set up. So we don't have a full season to deal with, 160 plus games where you can put, you need to rest guys or you need to put in kind of subpar pitchers. I really think that given a 60 game season, teams are going to give this their absolute best shot to win games. And that means managing almost like you would in the playoffs. That means putting in your best pitchers. You're not calling guys up who are fringe pitchers. You're going to pitch your absolute best and you're going to manage these games and you're going to try and keep them very tight. Okay. So I understand there are certain other rules that could impact the over in this game. But by and large, I think what we're going to see is we are going to see predominantly unders this year versus last year, where last year was overs. Now, if we just looked at a pure trend base, last year did buck that trend with all the home runs and everything like that. But if we look at how managers are going to manage these games, there are a lot of rule changes. Yes, so right off the bat, guys, you have to leave your pitcher in for 3 batters, right? So if you bring a reliever in, are you going to bring in a guy who's like a 1-out specialist? No, you're not going to do that. You're going to bring in your best guy. And I think now we're going to see managers start to, they're going to, I guess in a sense, you could say they're going to stop overthinking situations. They're not going to play the chess moves where they bring in, or they can't bring in a guy just to face one batter and bring in another guy. They're going to have to go with their absolute best. And I think this year, pitching is going to be a lot more dominant. And for the simple reason that guys are going to go with their best. And I actually think that going forward, you're going to see a change in the way that managers actually change, because I think you're going to see that they're going to have success with these pitchers just bringing in their absolute best, and they have to stay in. They can't bring in a guy for 1 out and then take him out. The other thing, guys, let's think about this from a psychological standpoint, okay? So you have a pitcher coming in. They know that they're getting 3 batters, okay? This is not a situation where they come in and, they have the nerves that, if I don't get this guy out, they're going to take me out of the game. They get their 3 batters. That will settle them down right off the bat. They know, psychologically speaking, before they come out of that bullpen door, they're facing 3 batters, okay? So that being said, I like the unders in the American League this year. Now, am I saying blindly bet all the unders in the American League this year? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But my tendency early on in this year is definitely going to be to take advantage of the fact that I don't think Vegas is going to properly compensate the lines in the American League to reflect the new game. The fact that it's a 60-game year, they're going to be playing playoff baseball almost from the very beginning. I mean, there's a lot of teams that got a good shot at making this expanded playoff roster. So I like the unders American League, guys. I'm not prepared to make a lot of National League underplays early on, because we're yet to see how that designated hitter rule affects that totals. It actually could be an advantage that we might actually like some of the overs in the National League for the simple reason that Vegas has not caught up completely to what the designated hitters will add into totals. But anyways, guys, that's it. Just a quick video today. Just wanted to talk about that. So it's something to keep an eye on, guys. But all things being equal, if you like an under in the American League, you can put a little star next to it, guys, because I think there's some extra added value this year in American League under totals in baseball. All right? So take care, guys. And as always, have a very lucky day.